What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated TonyTGD, and me and Max are gonna take a look at this video by Brett Weiss. It's the 5 reasons the haters are wrong about the Intellivision Amico. Say hello to the people, Max.
Hello there.
I said say hello to the people, Max.
You want me to say hello to the people then?
That's
Fine.
what you need to say. Say hello to the people. Let's try it again.
Hello to the people.
Good job. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video. We got it at 2 times speed because Brett, he talks incredibly slow. So let's start watching.
About 5 things the critics have wrong about the Intellivision Amico, just in my opinion.
Okay, first off, Brett, when you title a video, it should probably match what you're saying. So in the video title, he's calling them haters, but in the video itself, he's calling them critics. What do you think? Is he talking critics or is he talking haters, Max?
I feel like he wants to say haters, but he doesn't want to get people mad.
Oh, so you're saying he's copping out. He's playing it safe.
There seem to be critics out there that want the Amico to fail for some kind of personal reason, some personal vendetta against it, or whatever the case may be. There are some people out there that don't seem to want to give this console a chance. Either they...
So what do you think? Do you think there are people out there that want to see it fail, that are like having some kind of perverse pleasure just thinking about it crashing and burning? Because I myself, I'm a very vocal critic of the Intellivision Amico, and I don't want it to fail. I might anticipate it failing. I might predict that it fails, but I don't want it to fail. I get no joy, no pleasure, no monetary value if the Amico crashes and burns.
See, he's saying that just, again, to get a reaction. No one wants to see it fail, but from what we've heard about the Amico, it seems like it's going to fail.
They don't like the Intellivision, or they don't like TonyTGD, or they think the Intellivision just wasn't an important console back in the day. But I think there's...
So he's saying maybe some people just don't like Tommy. Do you think that's possible that people might not like TonyTGD?
Definitely.
5 specific things that I find interesting and potential filled about the Amico that critics just, before the Intellivision Amico was even released, before they've had a chance to play it, I think they're just writing it off and just not giving it a chance, and they're already saying it's a terrible console before they've had...
All right, so he mentioned that they're saying these things before people had a chance to play it, before people had a chance to, see it working. So by that token, if the people that are critics shouldn't be saying these things before they got a chance to play it, do you think that it's fair that people should be hyping it up if they haven't had a chance to play it?
No, it's not fair. I mean, if you're hyping it up and saying it's gonna be the best thing ever, and then it sucks, you should be held accountable for the people who says it's gonna crash and burn, and if it does good. So
you're saying that if you hype it up and people take your word for it, they should probably kick your ass when they buy a crappy system?
Yeah, definitely.
A hands-on demonstration. And some of these critics have had a chance to play it and chose not to, for whatever reason.
Okay, so he said some of these critics had a chance to play it and chose not to. He's specifically talking about Pat and Ian. I mean, I don't know why Brett just doesn't come out and say it. There's no reason to dance around it, Brett. Just call them out. Say, Pat and Ian, you didn't want to play the Amico. You didn't want to go over to Tommy's house and swim in his pool and hang out in the Spider-Man cave. Just say it, right?
I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't be saying it. If he's going to call him out, you might as well do it the full length. If you're not going to call him out for it, what's the point?
So you hear that? Use your full ass. Don't just go half-ass it. Full ass it and just call him out by name.
Reason. And I'll just up front, I haven't gotten to play it yet, but I do think it's going to be an interesting console. Now, I am very biased towards wanting this to succeed because I did grow up playing the Intellivision. When I was 14 years old in 1980, I had a 16-year-old girlfriend that had an Intellivision. That her family had one, and we played that and had a blast. That was awesome. I had other friends that had the Intellivision, loved the console. So of course I want the Amico to succeed. Also, I'm friends with TonyTGD, and yeah, I want.
That's not really a good friend. He's offering people to play the Intellivision Amico that he don't even know, and he ain't inviting you over to come play, Brett. That's kind of a weak ass friend.
I mean, that sucks, man. Like, I'm just saying, if you had a friend coming out with a console or, mixtape or whatever, and they don't give it to you and you're supposed to be their friend, you might have to reevaluate your friendship there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I want him to succeed. I want his company to succeed, the head of Intellivision currently, and I want the Amico to succeed. He's being a big retro gamer, so yeah, I'm biased, I'll admit. Am I shield? Maybe. Regardless, there are 5 things about this console that I think the critics just frankly have it wrong. So let's get to it. Number 5, the look of the console. Now, is it my favorite console design? No. Do I think it's a bad design? No. I think it's not bad. Some people say it looks like a foot bath or just, not much.
Okay, so his first thing that he's saying that critics got wrong is the look. He's saying that people say it looks like a foot bath. Personally, I think it looks more like a humidifier that you might get at like a Walgreens.
Yeah.
But I mean, this video is what they got wrong, what critics got wrong. And then he's giving an opinion. He's saying that in his opinion, that it doesn't look bad. So I mean, the video is already off to a bad start.
I mean, technically, he's wrong in the sense.
I mean, neither one is wrong. I mean, you could have an opinion and you could say, hey, I think it's this way, you think it's that way. But neither one of you are actually wrong in the sense that you're trying to call somebody out and say, hey, this is factual information I'm giving. So Brett, you're a little weak on this first point. You think it doesn't look like a foot bath. Other people do think it looks like a foot bath. I think it looks like a humidifier.
It looks like a humidifier.
Much like a gaming console or whatever, or just some, just generic electronic thing or whatever. I think it's small. I kind of like the look of it. It's small. It's unobtrusive. It has kind of a retro look. I'm intrigued by the lighting that Tommy talked about.
He says it's got kind of a retro look. I mean, I played the ColecoVision. That's like a big rectangle. I mean,
that doesn't look retro. That looks like what people want to think retro is.
To me, it looks like what people thought the future was going to look like.
Flying cars, lights everywhere. So far, honestly, I would only buy the console for the lighting.
In one of their promo videos, about how it's going to light up depending on what game you're playing, and have some colored lights on the console itself. I think that kind of sounds interesting. That could look really neat in your living room. I don't have a problem with the look.
You don't want the seizure-causing console?
Look, it wouldn't bother me, but I have friends that have epilepsy, and they could not play this console by just how it was flashing right now.
I don't think it flashes that much.
I'm hoping it doesn't
flash that much, because you might have an issue, but who knows? I don't know.
Of the Intellivision Amico. And in fact, I like it better than the PlayStation 5. A lot of people criticize that monstrous console. It's just big and it takes up a lot of space and it's kind of awkward looking. And
So he's saying that a lot of people criticize the look of the PlayStation 5. And you know what's the funny thing about that? The president of the PlayStation is not going into the YouTube comment section and insulting people who are saying that the big-ass PlayStation 5 looks stupid.
I was going to say, didn't he, embrace it?
Yeah.
So did Xbox with their console.
Xbox made a giant fridge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what I said before. If Tommy Tallarico, if the Amico fans would just embrace it, say, you know what, it does look like a foot bath. Let's all have a good laugh together. Let's all enjoy this joke that we're all in on. No one would even say it. The reason people are saying foot bath is because it irritates Tommy, and they know it. It gets under his skin.
It's going to get a reaction.
That's right. It's going to get a reaction.
I think the Amico, I just think it's just going to kind of blend into the living room. I really don't have a problem with the look of it, so that's number 5. I don't think it looks terrible.
It flashes. It's going to blend into the living room.
I'm wondering what kind of living room Brett has if this futuristic-looking humidifier blends into it. There's just plastic furniture everywhere.
I was going to say, it flashes multiple colored lights. It looks like a humidifier. And it's, I'm assuming, only coming in white.
No, it comes in black, white, purple.
Why purple?
I don't know. I didn't make the colors.
I'm just saying.
There's black. There's a black one. There's a white one. There's a purple one. A red one was shown, but it's not been released yet or any. And there's one that has wood grain. It's like golden wood grain.
So all these colors wouldn't work in a regular living room, but if you had a very specific vibe, like black and purple or something like that, or like wood grain gold, then it would fit.
Well, wood grain gold is supposed to be like a 70s old rec room style. I mean, you're too young for that. You don't know, but people used to have wood paneling on their walls.
Yeah.
Not real wood, but it was like fake wood paneling.
Yeah.
And shag carpeting and stuff. So that would probably work, the wood paneling one, the wood and gold one, in that kind of living room.
But in every other living room, we would kind of look.
It would stick out and people would be like, how come you got the humidifier on the table?
Yeah, why is the ratchet humidifier on the table?
Number 4, the price. Yes, it does cost $250. You can pre-order the Intellivision Amico right now for $250.
What do you think about that? You just heard the price.
$250.
You don't think the games that they've shown is worth $250?
You mean the mobile games?
No, we'll get to that. But you don't think that it's worth $250?
No, I do not think it's worth $250.
And I don't think that's completely unreasonable for a new console.
He's saying it's not completely unreasonable for a new console. And obviously, I already anticipate he's going to try to compare it to something like an Xbox or a PlayStation. These are not two comparable things. That's like saying that if I got a Pinto and a Ferrari, that it's okay to charge the Pinto as much as a Ferrari because they're both cars, so they're comparable. No, that's not how it works.
Not even that. If he's going to compare it to PlayStation and Xbox, we have had that for a while now and know they give good quality. So we are willing to pay more for that. But if you hand me a humidifier foot bath thing and tell me it's a retro console. I can't speak.
It's not retro though. It's not a retro console.
Retro console, air quotes there, for $250, and I have no idea what your company's about. I have no idea the type of games you have, and you have no background in making consoles before. I'm not paying $250 for that.
So you're not paying. You don't.
I would never pay for that.
I mean, you would never make
the
me
original
pay for
television
that.
was $275 to $300, depending on what source you check. I always had in my mind that it was $300. That's my memory of it, which was way above our. There's no way my parents were going to give me a television back.
Now here he's trying to compare the price of the Intellivision when Intellivision, which it's a different company, but the original Intellivision that was made by Mattel was on the higher end of the price range. But see, here's the thing that Brett doesn't say that he's leaving out in the video. When the Intellivision in the 80s was introduced, it was actually one of the most powerful consoles on the market. It was the high-end console of the time. So, of course, it was expensive.
PS5 and Xbox
Yeah.
Series X.
Now it's the low-end console. Now so you can't compare, back then it was this much, now it's this much, because it's not the same company, and it's not the same type of console. Yeah, it's not the same quality. It's not the same brand. You're not getting the same kind of the same feel. It's a different thing altogether. Back then it was a high-end console. Now it's a low-end console. Let's not even mince words.
Back in the day, but I did play a lot at my friend's house, so that was nice. But in today's dollars, an original television, that would be over $1,000. $300 to today would be almost $1,100. So I don't think it's completely unreasonable to pay $250 for a new.
See, so it would be almost $1,000 in today's money for that console, because once again it was the high-end console. Now another thing that Brett and a lot of people, they don't understand when they do this, I'm gonna go with how much something cost in the past versus how much it costs now. You see, when the VCR was first introduced, it was like $1,500 in that day and age. That price rapidly dropped as manufacturing improved. So you can't say, at one point the VCR was $1,500, so it's not unreasonable to pay $5,000 for a DVD player. That makes no fucking sense.
Because paying $5,000 for a DVD player, whereas the company paid maybe $10 to make it. First of all, it doesn't even follow our laws because you're
saying he's price gouging.
Yeah, I was gonna say the price gouging because the inflation and what you're gonna be charging to actually make a profit. You only have a small profit margin. You can't charge too much.
You can't charge exorbitant prices. But yeah, so manufacturing has come a long way. Things are different now. So that's why, you can take certain things, certain commodities, like milk is always milk, bread is always bread. High-end electronics, jewelry, they're not the same. These things are affected by more than just what they cost then versus what they cost now.
A game console. Now, what helps with this and what makes it even more reasonable, it comes with 5 games plus downloads.
It comes with 6 games, Brett. He's announced 5 games. It comes with 6. How are you making a video trying to prove haters wrong when you don't even have the correct information? The haters, the quote-unquote haters, have more of the correct information than you do.
The console, I believe they said $3 to $8 each. Very, very.
Again, no, the games.
A console giving.
The games are not $3 to $8. The games are $10. He said originally they were going to be $3 to $8. That was long, like 2 years ago. Now he's been talking, it's all $10 games. And you were going to say?
$10 games. Okay, you're getting 6? So that's about $60. Just in what you're getting back for the games. Consoles now give you a $60 game for free. And not even just that, they might give you extra games that might cost upwards to $70 and stuff like that.
So you're saying
you're getting back more.
So like a bundle,
Yeah. Like the bundle packs, you're going to end up paying $500 for that, but then you might be getting back almost 100 to 125 back in what games they give you.
Wallet friendly. So overall with the pricing, I don't have much of a problem with the Amico. Now if you look at the Xbox Series S, the download Xbox, you get the Series S.
Oh, that's Evil Knievel. That used to be on mobile.
I was just saying, it looks like every mobile game or any game I find on those, if you know, those really old school kids websites like for school or whatever. No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, It just reminds me of that, where you'd find it and there was nothing else to play because you couldn't play like Call of Duty or whatever on the school computers or Minecraft because it was all banned. So you had to play this.
Well, yeah, this is Evil Knievel, and it was a mobile game that is being ported to the Amico. It's been given additional levels and a multiplayer function, so that's why he's constantly trying to claim that this is not the same game, even though he just tacked on a few extra features.
X that takes physical media. You get the Series S that's just downloads. Now you might say, wow, for just $50 more, you can get an Xbox Series S. I would understand that, if you're really into modern.
So there, just like I anticipated, he's trying to compare the Xbox Series S to the Amico. Once again, you're comparing a Pinto to a Ferrari. And the games that the Amico are giving you, the $10 games, are in no way comparable to the $60 AAA games that you're going to download on the Xbox Series S. On top of the fact that there are many, many, many games that you can get on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Steam, good old games. You can get them for $10 or less. There are games that exist right now for current generation systems that are $10 or less.
That are probably better than whatever this is on the screen.
And additionally, I know on PlayStation, I don't have an Xbox, so I can't talk about what kind of sales they got, but I know on PlayStation, they have a sale almost every fucking month. You got summer sale, winter sale, spring sale, Christmas sale, Thanksgiving sale, fucking Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Golden Week. There's always games on sale. AAA, $60 games reduced 80, 90, sometimes almost 95%.
And you'll get them for like, what, $3?
$3,
sometimes?
$5, AAA games. Now, sure, the games are a little older, but I would rather have a game that's 2 years old, a AAA game that's 2 years old, than this $10 mobile game that's being ported.
Games and that kind of thing, perfectly understandable. But personally, I'm more excited about the Amico because, being a retro gamer and all, I don't mind the $250 price point. I gladly paid it, and especially as cheap as the games are going to be, no problem here. And Intellivision's a much smaller company than Microsoft, so their game, their console's going to, they kind of have to put it at a certain price point, whatever's going to work for them based on how many projected sales they can make. So there you go. And homebrew games, people are paying for physical media, $50 and $60 a piece for homebrew games. You get a few of those, boom, you got your Amico. Similar price point, you got 4 or 5.
So now he's saying that people, game collectors that buy homebrew like old, like homemade. Atari, Coleco, Intellivision games, they pay like $60 for these games. These games are not mass-produced games. These games are produced in small quantities. That's why they cost so much. On top of it, the people who are buying it are collectors. These are not the audience that Tommy said he's going after. He's going after common people. He's going after non-gamers, families. These people don't buy $60 homebrew games. So this whole analogy doesn't even make any sense. This whole side thread that you're going on is inapplicable to what we're talking about. Families are not going to be like, well, you know what? Some guy in Mississippi, he pays $60 for homebrew games, so this is a good deal. No, they're going to look at what it is, say, shit, I can go to the fucking mall and get one of those 1001 games for about $20.
Yeah.
And little Billy's going to be okay with that.
For
instead
maybe
of
a week or so, but like.
Yeah, but instead of getting a $200 50 Amico, I get the 1001 games. Little Billy's satisfied. I can go drink my wine and watch my Real Housewives of Orange County. Okay, they're not going to spend $250, in my opinion, on an Amico because someone is collecting retro games. It's a stupid argument. I don't even know why you're making it.
6 physical media homebrew games, and boom, that's about the price of Amico. Not that big of a deal. And if these remakes of Astro Smash, Moon Patrol, Shark, and these other, Intellivision and other gaming properties, if these are going to be awesome on the Amico, if they're going to be a ton of fun for single players and multiplayers, I do most of my gaming.
So you're saying all these games, there's some kind of online equivalent to these games? Interesting. Because, you're what, 15?
15.
And I've been saying it, other people have been saying it. We're older, so maybe they thought, we're out of touch. We don't know what we're talking about, but a 15-year-old is saying you can find equivalents to these games online.
I'm pretty sure I've played them in school because I was told I couldn't play anything else.
Solo, so if these are great one-player modes of these games, and they're a ton of fun, and they keep coming out with more games based on the old properties, the old IPs, and they're a lot of fun, it's going to be well worth my money, so I have no problem with the price. Okay. Number 3, a lot of critics are saying...
That was Astro Smash.
Okay, it looks like good stuff like that. Again, another game I've probably seen online too.
The game that the Amico is guaranteed to fail on the marketplace.
That game looks like that one game that's on this stupid website that's meant for studying flashcards. Like, it's literally on there, and you have to play it, and you have your ship and everything, and you're destroying asteroids, but you have to, type out how to spell words or stuff like that.
So it looks like a educational flash game. That's how bad it looks. Okay. So his next point is that it's guaranteed to fail. See, no one is guaranteeing that it's going to fail. A lot of people are predicting it's going to fail. A lot of people are saying
Most likely.
most likely based on information I have, based on my opinion, on things that I know, being in the industry, being in the culture and knowing what kids like, what kids are into, what kind of.
We would not buy this.
So it's not that we're guaranteeing it's gonna fail. We're just predicting. We're just saying,
Based on what the kids want.
Yeah,
It's not this.
based on society and the way things have evolved over the years, where kids have been playing Call of Duty since they're like 6.
Not even that. It's just like most of the games they're showing look like mobile games. And it's like, why am I gonna pay $250 for a mobile game that has a limited amount when I can just buy my kid a phone and they can just download whatever they want, and most likely not even have to pay for the games.
So you're saying you could just get free games on your phone?
Yes, for family. You can even get games that connects to other phones and you can all play together.
Wait. You're telling me that you could get games on your phone that connect to other people's phones,
Yes.
and you can play these games together on a couch with your family and have fun?
Like Among Us, there's Heads Up, which is literally a game where you have one phone, you sit there, and it's like charades, basically. It's literally something you could do with one phone and a family.
On a couch.
On a couch, and it's a free game.
And it's free, and you can have fun? Is it fun?
It's fun.
It
is fun. I have played it. It is fun.
Okay.
Place. Now, to be fair, there is no way to know currently whether the Amico is going to be a big success or not.
So again, the video was 5 reasons the haters are wrong, and then he's going to go ahead and say, well, there's no way to know. So that's not really a reason. How can we be wrong if you don't even know, Brett? If you don't know, if we don't know, if nobody knows, how the fuck can you say anybody's wrong? This is just a stupid argument.
I thought the Wii U was going to succeed. I played it ahead of the console release. I got an invitation from Nintendo to go out to
Okay, Brett says that he thought the Wii U was going to be a success. The Wii U was a fucking colossal failure, one of Nintendo's biggest mistakes.
Biggest oops.
People thought that Nintendo was going to go out of business because the fucking Wii U failed so hard. Now,
Yeah.
this man said that he thought that the Wii U was going to succeed. And he also thinks that the Amico is going to succeed. Why the fuck would anyone listen to his opinion?
He's 0 for 1 now.
He's 0 for 1. Why am I listening to you, Brett? You should have kept that one to yourself. I would have kept that inside and not told anybody.
I would have been ashamed to say that.
Dallas and play it, an advanced console. And I thought it was great. I loved it. I loved the game, the big screen on the controller, the games they demoed. They just seemed cool to me. I thought it was going to be a big success. And it was sort of marketed improperly. People thought it was just an extension of the Wii. It was a weird name, and getting a second controller was problematic and all that. But anyway, I thought the Wii U was going to be a success. When I saw the commercial.
Star Wars, you mean the flying narwhal whales?
Yes, where they crash into each other.
Well, I think it's probably based on it.
It's like one of those games that's just like attack each other.
This is biplanes.
Yeah.
For the Nintendo Switch,
It just
I thought,
looks stupid.
I had no idea it was going to be as successful as it is. I mean, it's Nintendo, anything is possible. So it surprised me, a lot of people, with just how successful it is. And the Wii U disappointed and surprised some people by just not selling very well. So I have no idea. I may be wrong about the Amico. It may fail. But I think it's going to do really well. Number one, they have a great marketing team, and Tommy is tireless with promoting it, and it's already generating a ton of excitement. Of course, the big thing is going to be, is it going to have mainstream appeal?
Those
Our
kids
moms
all look like they're having fun.
He said it's already generating a ton of excitement. I've gone on Reddit, on Twitter, on the web, on all the gaming forums. Nowhere is this generating excitement except for an Atari Age and in this one small corner of YouTube where Tommy hangs around with a bunch of people and they talk to each other. That's the only places I've seen
The only
this.
times I've heard about it from my friends coming from experience is they said that one of my friends said that it was a disgrace to the original Amico. Yes, and that they were ready to see it fail.
So 15-year-olds are out there talking that it's going to fail. It's generating excitement. It's exciting to watch it fail.
They legit got mad and they were ranting for maybe an hour about how it was a disgrace and how the games on there, because I showed them the games, that those games they wouldn't even pay like 2 cents for, that they could just get it on their phone, and that no one in their family would have fun playing it.
I did not tell Max to say these things. This is just actual feedback from someone in the 15-year-old range, which I know is a little high because Tommy says he's looking for like the 3 to 7-year-olds. Before they're old enough to complain, when the parents can just buy them anything, and then the kid kind of has to just suck it up and whatever the parent gets them.
and kids going to be getting the system? Are parents going to be buying the system for their kids, and our kids are going to want it? Time will tell.
See, parents are going to be buying exactly what I said. It's like we're on the same wavelength, me and Brett. Parents are going to be buying it, and the kids are going to be stuck with it.
Yep.
But I have faith in the company, in Intellivision, that they're going to, they're already promoting it to like, parents groups and things like that, and their true marketing push really hasn't begun until the actual rollout of the console. So
You gotta love that. It's always the true marketing, the real marketing. Marketing hasn't begun until they're gonna roll it out. Well, you know what?
Wouldn't you want to market it before you roll it out so that people are willing to buy it?
So that people are aware of it and they have some kind of knowledge that it exists.
That that
it's gonna
whatever games you're putting on it are good and stuff like that.
In the latest Tommy Tallarico version of what's gonna happen, he says that he's not gonna market it unless he knows he's gonna have enough consoles on the shelf. So that means even after it technically releases, he might not even start marketing it yet. Do you think that's a smart plan?
No. Not at all. Have you not taken marketing? Do you not know how to market to people? That is not how you do it.
So you're saying that you should probably be building it up over the months leading up to the big launch date.
Yes. Just look at the Sprite Cranberry ads.
So the Sprite Cranberry ads, they come like, but Sprite's a big company. This is a small, tiny company.
Even if hyping it up and actually making something out of it will catch everyone's attention. Not hyping it up and then going, I don't have enough consoles on the shelf. Even though I can make money, I'm not going to advertise this. Why?
It'll be surprise marketing. You won't even know it exists until like it's already on discount. That's how good the marketing is going to be.
At that point, I wouldn't buy it. I'd hear it be like, oh, it's been out for 2 years? No wonder I didn't buy it.
So the real marketing hasn't begun. We both agree that that's kind of a bad move. You should be marketing it in advance. You should be getting people excited. Maybe Tommy doesn't think that he could actually get any big quantities built, manufactured. Maybe that's what it is. But I would think that after 2 years, because it's been in production for 2 years, it's been in now I won't say production, but it's been conceptualized. It's been announced for 2 years. So I would think that he would do some sort of even a small marketing push, even if it's just like development blogs on his YouTube channel or
something.
Getting people to play it or sending out dev kits to or demo units to different YouTubers or something. Get something going. Get a little buzz. But I mean, that's me. That's my opinion. I don't know nothing. I'm not a CEO. Should be a CEO, but I'm not a CEO.
Yeah.
Be really interesting to see how it sells. Whether you're pro or anti-Amico, it's going to be fascinating to see how many units this thing moves and just how excited people are going to be when it launches. And just, like when you go into Walmart, you see the Amico on store shelves.
They're going to be excited when it launches, when they're like, oh my God, there's a new humidifier at GameStop.
Not even that. Just, we're not going to advertise this and market it. But everyone's going to be excited that it exists. But how? How are we going to know it exists if you're not advertising it?
Look, there's a lot of things that are being said by the team behind it that don't make any sense. That are
I can tell.
At one point, he was launching in like 5 or 6 countries simultaneously with only 100,000 units, which was going to be less than 20,000 units per country, which was going to be just in the U.S. alone was going to be like less than, I think, 1,000 units per state. Yeah, because he said that they're going to be in the store. This, it's not just going to be online. They're going to be in the store.
That's going to be really fascinating just to see how that goes over with the general public. I think it's going to succeed, but hey, like I said, I'm a little biased, but hey, I think it's going to be a neat product, and I think it's going to do well. Number 2, the controller. Now, the controller on a console that you've never played is always...
The next point is you're wrong about the controller. And again, you didn't play it. We didn't play it. We can have an opinion, and we can say, you know what, I don't think that looks good.
You played it, but I think your friend Tommy there doesn't like you that much.
Concern, no matter what it is, because until you have that controller in your hands and you're playing a game, you've played it for a while, and you played different kinds of games, you don't know how well the controller is going to do, or how it's going to fit you, or how you're going to feel about it, how it's going to control the on-screen images. You just don't know.
I know, but like...
It looks like a Zune.
I'm just saying, it looks like a phone.
So it's always a slight concern. However, I think it's going to be a pretty good controller, and the reason is because it has a variety of functions.
Hey, look at those big old chunky boys.
Yeah, they're chunky boys.
Now,
but still, they look like phones and they're playing basically stolen mobile games.
I don't know about you, but I play games on my phone. And I've played games for a long length of time, maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes playing different games on my phone. And after playing, my hands fucking hurt from holding that phone.
You get that rigor mortis in your hands, and it's just like
In my
it
phone,
hurts to move.
and my phone doesn't have edges. It is rounded, so you can't say, "Oh, your phone's got edges."
No, it's rounded.
So the Amico controller is rounded, so that's the difference. No, but if you're holding that thing
And like
horizontally,
that's a big brick too.
and you got your fingers in that weird, like open position, it's gonna hurt after a while. There's a reason why
Controllers are like the way they are.
Yeah, there's a reason why the Nintendo controller went from a square to the little like half moon until it kept evolving into what it is now. There's ergonomics that went into these companies spent lots of money.
Yeah, because now your hand's in a natural position where it's half closed, half open. Therefore, your body can relax, and you'll be playing longer because your hands aren't dying.
If Tommy doesn't want you to play, remember he's the only company that is telling kids not to play video games. They should go out and play. He doesn't want you playing for hours on end. So maybe the controller's designed so you don't play it.
Wait. I'm gonna make a console so you can play games. And then I'm also gonna say, nah, you should go play outside. I don't know, Chief. That sounds kind of like
mixed message?
Yeah, I'm getting a mixed message.
You're getting mixed signals.
Yeah, I'm just like he's like, I want you to play outside and not play for too long. But I'm gonna make this console with a bunch of games that you could play.
But he made shitty games. See, it all works. I make shitty games to force kids outside. This is all to get kids to play outside. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah,
Tommy Tellerico.
He's just trying to get kids. Then make stuff to play outside.
Tommy has investments in the outside world. That's what it is. He wants kids outside. He's trying to make money off of kids going outside. That's my tinfoil hat for today.
And ways you can use it. And what sold me on it is that you can turn it like this and do this, like you would an NES and like the Nintendo Wii. Like you can hold a Wii controller like an NES controller and sort of play it old school. Apparently, you can do this on the Amico in sort of similar fashion. That works for me for the old school games. And then plus you've got all these other features on the controller.
That was just to show you that the little dial tracks.
Really interesting, and I'm definitely willing to give it a try. I'm not going to automatically say it's going to be great, but I'm definitely not going to say it's automatically going to be bad, and I won't know for sure until I play it. But again, I'm optimistic about this. Very optimistic. Absolutely. I don't think
So you've done nothing other than say that you're optimistic because it turns sideways and it has some features.
So like a phone.
Yeah, like a phone. So
do you not have a phone, man?
He probably has a landline. I'm sure he's got one of those landlines.
Bro,
hooked on the wall.
You need us to send you like a phone.
Like a mobile phone?
Yeah.
The controller's going to be a deal breaker as far as whether it's going to be a good console or not. I think it may work pretty well. Number one, and this is the insult you hear more than any other about the Intellivision Amico. These are just mobile games. These are just games.
These are just mobile games. It's an insult, but here's the thing. Now you might not know this because you don't watch Tommy Tellerico interviews. You don't get all the inside information like I do.
No, I don't.
But Tommy actually said that his data told him that kids like the way that mobile games look, and that he actually wants his games to look like mobile games, while simultaneously complaining that people compare his games to mobile games. He said that they kind of made them that way because that's what kids like. That's what kids are used to.
Games you can play on your phone. Well, guys, I hate to break it to you, but Intellivision Amico is a console that you play on your television.
He hates to break it to you, but in case you didn't know, it's not mobile. It's a console that you play on your TV. We knew that, Brett. We knew that. When people say they look like mobile games, they're saying they look like shitty shovelware mobile games you could buy for free. You can download onto your phone.
You know the mobile game called Jumpman Sewer Boy 2? No, it's Jumpman Sewer Boy 67 Part 2.
Those are the kind of games that it looks like.
That's just Mario ripped off.
And for you to just sit there and say that these aren't mobile games when Care Bears Care Carts is a mobile game that's being ported to the Amico. Evil Knievel is a mobile game being ported to the Amico. Emoji Charades is a mobile game. That's 3 games.
Emoji Charades? That's a mobile game?
It's a mobile game.
I've only seen those things like YouTube videos.
No, I don't know if you can download it anymore because probably with the deal that they made with Intellivision. but you used to be able to download it on your phone and you could play emoji charades.
Yeah, I've only seen stuff like that on YouTube, and they're like really bad videos. It's just like, like, here's like 3 emojis. Guess what the movie is?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's literally all over YouTube, and I've seen them, and they don't make sense.
Did it look fun?
No, they're so boring. Because it's just quiet too. It's not like it's got some good like hype music that goes along with it or anything. It's just silence as they stare into your soul.
You hear that, Tommy? You're the music guy. Make sure that the emoji charades have some hype music for the kids.
Please, don't make it weird.
Instead, and you can gather your friends and family members for multiplayer games. The last time I checked, that wasn't really possible on a mobile phone. So hey.
He said that you can't play with your family and friends on a mobile phone.
Among Us is mobile. You can play Minecraft, which is mobile. I know it's $3. I don't know if you're willing to spend $3 for Minecraft.
And Brett, I hate to break it to you, but like 90% of all the mobile games are online multiplayer. You might not be playing with somebody next to you, but you are playing with somebody.
You could play with someone next to you, though. There's also like a lot of mobile games I see now that have a local mode. Like, you're playing Call of Duty and they have the local mode so that you can play with like people who are connected to your console.
You hear that? They got local mode. And here's something else, Brett. Something that you might not know. You could actually buy a wire from the store that connects your phone to your TV, and it puts the things that are on your phone on your TV so you could play games on the TV using your phone. And in fact, there's even some phones and some TVs where you could cast
Bluetooth exists.
the images from your phone onto the TV, so you can play on a couch with your family and have fun with your mobile phone. I mean, it's like you just stopped being interested in video games after the Nintendo. You just like the NES, and you just didn't have no interest. Didn't look into it. You made a video without doing any kind of investigation, any kind of fact checking. You just like ran your mouth, thinking that you were going to defend the Amico, and you just made a fool out of yourself.
Yeah.
These are not mobile games. Now, some of them may be similar to mobile games, some of them may be based on mobile games, and you might have similar.
Some of them might be based on mobile games. Brett, the footage being shown in some of the trailers.
It was a mobile game.
Not just a literal mobile game. It was literally the footage from the mobile games trailer. It wasn't even a different one. We don't even know what some of these games look like on the Amico because they're using trailers from pre-existing footage.
Yeah.
Experiences as far as just like card games or whatever might be similar, but these are not strictly mobile games. The comparison I think is off because you are playing these on a big TV. If you have a big TV and you gather your family around in a living room.
Here's another thing, Brett. If you talk to your good friend Tommy's always saying that he's looking to get the 3 billion people that play mobile games. The 3 billion people that play mobile games is his audience. Do you not get that? So if these are the people that he's going after, and exactly like you said, that these games are not mobile, these games are stationary games, how is that going to work out?
Isn't that why there's like the Nintendo Switch is the way it is?
So you're saying that the Nintendo Switch can play both mobile and stationary?
You can take it out of the thing. It gives you a screen. You can take that piece with you. You can even take that piece with you, just the screen, and connect that to like a projector and play it on that.
You're talking witchcraft. I did not believe you.
And you can connect more than 4 controllers.
I'm amazed at the things you can do on other systems that you can't do on the Amico.
Room. It's a different experience. So for me, when I go to my television and I sit down to play my original television, when I play Astro Smash, I'm not thinking, this is just a shooter similar to what I could get on a mobile phone. No, I'm playing a great old game that I really enjoyed back in the day and still enjoy. When I'm playing Las Vegas, Poker, and Black.
Did you see the Astro Smash from the beginning was pixelated and looked like an old game?
That was the old game.
Right? I'm saying it looks like what you expect an old game to look like. Like the packages you can get for like the Xbox 360 or whatever that's like 90 classic arcade games. It's what you expect. And then what they showed now literally is probably a ripped mobile game.
But what he's saying is that he still plays the old Intellivision games. Brett, that's called nostalgia, okay?
Yeah.
You're just trying to recapture your childhood. And maybe you think that the Amico is going to help you do that. You're going to recapture your childhood and play these games.
Just stop.
Just stop.
Just stop.
Just get some help.
Please.
blackjack, do I just think, oh, I can just play cards on my phone? Never even occurred to me until all this Amico criticism.
Why was there a poker and blackjack anyways? Are you that lazy that you can't go to the like corner store or whatever and buy a pack of cards?
Back in the day, apparently they might have been. But did you hear him? He said it never occurred to him that they might be on the mobile. He literally was too lazy to even check if there was card
I
games.
was say I have like Speed on my phone, which is a card game.
I thought it was a drug.
No,
I was confused.
It is a drug too, but there's a game called Speed, and it's a card game, and I have it downloaded on my phone. Not only that, I can play locally with someone, and I can play online with someone.
When I'm playing Space Armada, do I think, oh, I could just play a Space Invaders clone on my phone? I never think that. I kick back in my chair.
You know, he said, "Why am I gonna play? I can play Space Armada."
Mhm.
When I never thought about playing a Space Invader clone on mobile. But here's the funniest thing about it is that Space Armada is literally the Intellivision's clone of Space Invaders.
Get the Intellivision control disc, and I play some Space Armada and love it. Snafu. What could be more simplistic than Snafu? Check it out. Yeah, you've seen games like this on your cell phone.
Snafu's literally 4-player Snake. That's literally what the game is.
But
That
never
sounds
once have I played
annoying.
Snafu, a
Also
game I still enjoy and thought,
diagonal.
oh, I'll just play this on my phone. It just, the two don't overlap like they seem to for so many people.
I used to play that on my calculator in school.
You mean Slither.io?
Yeah, that's another version of
I was
it.
gonna say just Slither.io is like literally that, but more people.
Just because you're playing a game that's simple, just because you're playing a game that's old school, that's retro, that only has a couple of buttons, that doesn't necessarily equate with a phone. Now, maybe you had to grow up with the Atari and the Intellivision, ColecoVision, the Bally Astrocade, the Arcadia 2001, the RCA Studio 2, and on and on and on. Maybe you have to be from the day to fully comprehend the fact that this isn't a cell phone system. This is a game console you hook up to your television set. Shouldn't be that difficult. All right, guys, these are 5 of my reasons.
He was trying. I think he was trying to be funny. He was trying to be a little disingenuous, saying that, guys, it's not mobile phone, it's console. No, Brett, we knew that. Once again, the criticism is that these games look cheap. They look like cheap ass shovelware games that you get on your phone for free or 99 cents. They probably got like 30 different versions in Chinese that you can get.
I was gonna say, like, I've seen mobile games better than what was shown.
Heresy. There's no way. They have
Yeah.
600 years of experience making games. There's no way.
I can grab my phone right now. I've seen games better.
You're telling me there's games better than the retro reimagined
Yes.
Astro Smash.
The retro reimagined Astro Smash.
You're telling me there's games that are better than Shark Shark.
Yes, there are. There are games better than that.
No, I don't believe you.
Reasons that I think the critics have it wrong about the Intellivision Amico, and I hope I have it right. I have confidence in the console. Now, just to reiterate, it is perfectly acceptable to criticize a console before it comes out. But be careful what you say. If you say, I know it's going to suck when you haven't played it. If you say you know the controller sucks when you haven't used it.
When people say, I know it's going to suck, I know it's going to be bad, they don't literally mean that I know. It's not like a literal, like, I'm some omnipotent being that has this knowledge that you don't possess. It's just the way people talk. It's local vernacular. It's the way people talk. Stop nitpicking. You're just nitpicky and biased.
Yeah, I mean, he was saying.
When you say you know it's not going to sell well, there's no way to know that. That's not the way to go about it. You can say, well, I'm really not much into simple games. I prefer 3D, first-person shooters.
Look, I have simple games on my phone, okay? I'm not into simple games. But the games they showed there, I would prefer a literal game that I have on my phone that all I can do is click a pen.
So you would prefer
Clicking
pen?
a pen. Because the sound is better than what games they showed.
Or whatever, fine, it's not for you. You can say, oh, well, I don't think it's going to do well because I think all the emphasis is going to go to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Fine, that's perfectly acceptable just to say sort of normal critiques, but this personal slams against the Amico as though you want it to fail, I think that's a little wrong-headed, and once again, I am...
You can't make personal slams against an inanimate object. You can't make personal insults against the Amico is not got its feelings hurt. It's not going to cry if I say it looks like a footbath.
biased. I hope this system succeeds. Perhaps I'm a bit of a shill, but I'll proudly wear that as I do this shirt. Anyway, big time retro gaming here who grew up on the television, playing at friends' houses, and then getting my own later into the 80s. So boom, big Intellivision fan. And I hope you guys are too. And let me know in the comments, what do you think the critics have wrong? And what do you think the critics have right about the Intellivision? Amico.
I mean,
What do you think that the critics have wrong?
nothing?
Nothing. Nothing. Max says the critics got nothing wrong. So do you see this console selling 1 million units?
No.
Michael Pachter said he's a big games journalist. He's always making these wild, crazy predictions. He said first year 1 million units sold. Do you see that happening?
No.
Do you see them selling 1 million units in 2 years?
No.
So if you had a guess, what's your best guess? Right now they got 13,000 pre-orders that we know of and an undisclosed amount of pre-orders on GameStop. How many consoles do you think they're going to sell in their first year?
They got how many in the
13,000 that we
13?
know.
Okay, that we know of.
And some
then,
undisclosed number at GameStop.
It's probably like 1. Probably at best 20,000 consoles.
20,000. That's a low number. I'm not so pessimistic. I think they might sucker in enough people to get like 50,000 to 100,000 consoles. Because there's a lot of grandmothers and grandfathers that don't know any better. That they might see it. It's, oh, look, this like that Nintendo thing, right? Yeah, let me just pick this up.
True.
And it's also releasing in several other countries. And I don't know the cultures in those countries, so they might not know any better and just pick it up.
True.
All right, well, that's all we got to say. Brett's video's done. Our video's done. You know what we say here at the channel? Love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.